don't know the power of the dark side.
I'm not a baby, I'm a man. I am an anchor man.
Is this a kissing book?
The way I see it, if you're going to build a time machine into a car, why not do it with some style?
Hello, welcome along to Just Like in the Movies, brought to you by iCinema and GK Media.ie. We're coming to you live from the iCinema this Friday, Valentine's night, because we are looking back on all the celebrations that took place last Sunday in LA for the 92nd Academy Awards. So joined as always by Lisa Tracy.
Good evening.
And Dave Coyne.
Hi, nice to be here.
Great to have you. Now, Lisa, we've been waiting an hour for Dave to actually arrive on set.
Indeed we have.
Who thought you'd have a diva for a movie review show?
If I see two M&Ms touching each other, I swear to God, I'm out of here.
This was full of popcorn, but it's empty now because we just got tired waiting.
Sorry.
But we're talking about Oscars, Dave.
Yeah,
And you made a bet a few months ago during one of the episodes.
I did.
That if Joaquin Phoenix did not get the Oscar, the Best Actor.
Yeah, if he didn't win the Oscar, that I would do this show with full Joker makeup on.
Amazing.
If Joaquin Phoenix doesn't win
Oh my God.
the
he doesn't
Oscar,
win.
I'm going to do this show after the Oscars with Joker makeup on.
Oh,
That's my bet.
All right.
If he doesn't win
fun.
it, like I'm not saying nomination, if he doesn't win,
Yeah.
Okay, well, I look forward to seeing Joaquin win an Oscar for this. But I also look
Another
forward to seeing
Oscar?
Dave in talcum powder and lipstick. And
I have no problem. I'm as sure as eggs this is not going to happen. And thankfully, he won the Oscar. Deservedly, I think.
yeah, so he
Very
won the Oscar.
deservedly. Okay, I was
So we're
wondering what the makeup artist was for.
Yeah, so we're delighted to have Gráinne Coughlan in the corner there,
Uh-huh.
who's a national makeup artist,
Yes.
supreme artist.
Oh, I know.
She's amazing.
Yeah.
So she has come here this evening to the iCinema to help us out to make you look
Right.
as ridiculous as possible, okay?
I mean, I've looked ridiculous on the show in the past, so it's not really going to be much of a
It's gonna be
changing
much
of the
of a
dial.
stretch.
So I don't know, do we put in a little transition here, like a clock or something like that?
Yeah, maybe.
So
And then Dave
this
just
is the
Do I,
before
really,
Dave.
do I really have to do this?
Yes.
Yeah.
Do I really have to do this?
Absolutely.
Okay.
So let's take a look at the after Dave. And you're welcome back. Welcome back, Lisa.
Yes.
And welcome back, Joker.
Okay. Oh God, it's so creepy.
It is so creepy. It's very creepy.
Well, I haven't seen it, so
Yeah.
I'm just going to have to take your word for it.
You look great.
Yeah,
Thank you.
menacing.
Gráinne Coughlan, you did a fantastic job. Well done.
Thanks,
Big time,
Grania.
kudos.
Even though I can just say it over there instead of talking directly to the camera because you're beside the camera.
Yeah.
Thank you,
We should be
Gráinne.
watching at some point.
Yeah.
Okay, so thanks, Dave, for being a good sport and
Yeah, well
Getting
done.
involved.
Dave.
Thanks, viewers, for voting me into this trouble.
Thanks, Joaquin.
What have I ever done to you?
Okay, so we're looking back on the Oscars last Sunday, and before we do that, actually, because for those who viewed the show or listened to the show, Dave is a big Bond fan. Billie Eilish
Yeah.
just released her new song
Yeah.
for the Bond movie today,
Yeah. First thing this morning.
and
Oh,
thoughts?
I personally, I think it's a cracking song. It has a couple of,
Really?
yeah, I think it's a great
Is
song.
it just because it's a Bond song?
No, like the Sam Smith one annoyed me. I was like, what the hell? The Alicia Keys one was with Jack White was
Oh, yeah.
okay, it was
Yeah.
all right. But this, I love it. It just speaks to the Bond. Like if you listen to the lyrics, it speaks to the Bond journey and all. I don't know if you noticed this, but all the Bond songs from the Daniel Craig era are from Bond's point of view. I did this. This is what happens to me, kind of stuff. And
Yeah.
just another way to die, and all these. It's Bond talking essentially.
Okay.
And I
Okay.
think it's a cracking song. I love it.
Maybe I'll give it a second whirl. We'll see.
It only came out this morning, and I've only listened to it 50 or 60 times.
Oh
So,
my lord.
Are you going to love Bond even if it's bad?
No.
No.
I mean, Quantum of Solace was not a good movie.
Yeah, okay.
It started off really well. The opening sequence was awesome. I was like, whoa, wow. And then it tapered off because it happened during the writer's strike, and that's the glory of writers. I mean, there was no writing in that film. It wasn't well structured. And the reason Skyfall is so good is because the story was so good. Obviously, I love Bond, and, I love Moonraker. I'm sorry, but it's. I look forward to Bond movies in a big way. My phone number ends in 007. I'm all in, but as you can tell. But yeah, I'm excited, and I think it's a great song. I was skeptical. I was like, oh God, an 18-year-old pop star, but I think she did a great job. Personally.
Okay, well, it's
see.
out April 2nd. We will, of course, be reviewing it close to the time. And it was considered, No Time to Die, to be the biggest movie of 2020, but now they're saying another movie is going to be bigger than Bond this year.
Good golly, what is that?
It is Trolls World Tour.
Oh, God. Give me
I don't
strength.
predict these things, but apparently Trolls is going to be massive this
Well,
year.
that's what they want
Yeah,
you to
That's
believe.
out March 20th.
It's not going to make as much money as Bond, though.
No.
No.
I'm
Anyways,
prepared to make another bet right
Oh,
now.
yes, you could dress up as a troll.
If it makes more money than Bond, I will do the whole troll thing.
Gráinne, you could have another gig.
Interesting.
Okay, Oscars 2020. Parasite kind of blew things out of the water, took 4 Oscars. First foreign film ever to win Best Picture.
International film.
Yeah.
The new title. It's
Yeah.
not
Okay,
Best Foreign Film
sorry.
anymore.
Yeah.
Okay.
Best International
Sorry.
Feature.
Yeah.
Things have changed. And
new
what
world.
else was it? Oh, yeah. And, well, we kind of figured this out, or found out on the red carpet. It's going to be made into a HBO series as well.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Yeah, and
In
Tilda
English.
Swinton and Mark Ruffalo are involved in it.
Okay, that's
So, no, Adam
Great.
McKay, I think, is directing
Okay.
it or producing it. So he did like Anchorman and.
yeah.
Totally unnecessary. Jeez.
Because you
Sorry.
saw Parasite.
Yeah.
And?
It's fine. Like, it's a good film. Very good film.
Okay, it's a
But
great
just-
film, but you just don't think it should have gotten Best Picture.
Okay, it's a great film, but it definitely didn't deserve Best Picture over some of the other movies that were out this year.
Such as?
Such as Once Upon a Time in Hollywood, 1917, and Joker.
Okay.
Those were my top 3 movies that were up for Best Picture. Everything else was kind of hit and miss, especially The Irishman. No offense, Marty. But it was just a thriller that just happened to be Korean, and I thought they were. Oh, there's something amiss. I don't know why they were like so passionate about it. It was like, yeah, okay, it was good, but it wasn't amazing. It wasn't groundbreaking.
See, apparently he brought out a movie in, I think it was 2013, Snow something, and it's supposed to be even better than Parasite, but there was a certain big Hollywood producer who's
Shall
gone through,
remain unnamed.
who kind of,
Yeah.
Put the brakes on it.
Which
the
is
brakes
sad.
on, yeah.
It's
Oh.
sad. But I don't know. I like to see a new voice coming to the Oscars. I like to see new people breaking through. It's like, Boris Becker came in, this 17-year-old kid, and won Wimbledon. It's nice to see somebody who we don't know bring a new voice to Hollywood and just right to the top step. Best director, best film,
and it's great as well because it's out tonight in the iCinema, and there was loads of advanced bookings for it. Because I hate when you come across people who think they know it all about cinema, but they'll never watch a film that's subtitled.
Yeah.
Which meaning that they'll never watch the majority of movies out there.
You're missing out on life if you don't watch a
Yeah,
subtitled
absolutely.
movie,
And
out of the principle that you don't watch subtitled
It's
movies.
so hard
Yeah.
to take Dave seriously when
It
he's
is.
talking. I'm sorry.
It
What's
is.
so
Why so serious?
Oh,
And the Oscars was 3 hours 32 minutes long, meaning it was longer than The Irishman.
good God, it's
Yeah.
awfully long.
That's
And it was almost as sleep-inducing.
yeah.
Indeed.
I mean, honestly, the biggest excitement at the Oscars was Parasite, little upset. I mean, when it won Best International Feature, which was formerly known as Best Foreign Language
film.
Film, I thought, okay, there's no way it's going to win the 2 awards. And when it won, that was a bit of a surprise.
Yeah, yeah.
Everything else was as predictable as... It was just...
Okay, well, we'll go through some of them
I knew them all
in a
coming.
second.
I mean, I have buddies of mine who are doing the sweepstakes, and they're like, no, Dave, you didn't get a very good score. But the big ones were very predictable. All the acting ones, and it's very predictable.
Well, I was watching the Oscars live
Yeah, me
via
too.
Sky Cinema.
Yeah.
And if you go to our Twitter handle, JLIT Movies, you'll notice that there's a tweet about Brad Pitt winning, then there's a tweet about the second award, and then Gary fell asleep on the couch and woke
No
up
more
at 3
tweeting.
No,
o'clock.
I think what you mean is the Twitter machine broke down.
Oh, yeah.
There was a malfunction in our Twitter machine.
So yeah, I had my popcorn, I had my, my mineral. I was going to be good and watch it, and just
Not that I stayed up
the
for the
joys
whole
of
thing.
falling.
but
In
Otherwise you
fairness,
just
you have
conk it
2
on the
girls
couch.
at home
Yeah,
and
yeah,
they worry out, yeah.
Okay, let's kind of kick off then. Janelle Monáe.
Come on.
I thought that opening was brilliant.
It was. I thought it was flat. The staging when she walks on stage.
Okay, I think she was probably nervous. Like it just
no.
starts.
Some
There's no-
she walks on stage and has a costume change. That's bad staging. You put her in their first costume, push her on stage, she does her thing. She walks on stage, there's music happening, and she takes off a coat and puts on another coat. That's just takes you out of the moment. Come on stage and kick it.
Yeah.
That just, I was like, what the hell?
But it
And
was it was that
one
Tom
of her
Hanks
buttons on her
movie.
blouse was undone, and she had to kind of do that
Yeah.
up, because with all the fooster, as we say in Ireland, with the jackets, it's like, come on, put her in the costume. Costume number 1. Position number 1. Go.
But I think that's how it
Silliness.
starts off in the Tom Hanks movie, isn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
That whole
Yeah, but
That-
it
I
was
still
lost.
thought you
did a
It was-
great
It was
job,
lost
though.
in the number for me. The number was good. And then everybody has their political message that they want to send out. So she couldn't just do her number.
Yeah,
She had to
yeah.
do her, I'm proud to do this and that and the other.
Yeah,
Grand,
yeah.
be proud, but don't ruin your number with it.
Followed by Steve Martin and Chris Rock's monologue. That was
I
good.
thought they were good.
Yeah.
It just shows
Yeah.
you that they need a
They need a
presenter.
presenter.
They
Yeah.
need a presenter.
They need a comedic presenter.
They do.
Yeah,
They don't
Or
need
a
Anne
Billy Crystal.
Hathaway or James Franco ever
That's
again.
the
No,
dance
yeah,
and-
yeah, and all this we'll get an actor in to present. You need a
No.
presenter.
Presenter.
Gary is available.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He's
Absolutely.
expensive though.
Into the Unknown, they had a number of singers who did Idina Menzel's voice.
Well done on
in
pronouncing
the
her
movie.
name.
Thank you. Yeah, beat that, John Travolta.
Yeah.
That was cool, I thought.
Yeah, very good. She
Yeah.
was excellent.
A lot of people fell in love with the Thai singer on Twitter.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh, no, but they were all beautiful ladies, and they all did a great job.
Yeah.
And that was good staging. That
Yeah.
was brilliant idea. Whoever came up with that idea of bringing in the fact that it's such a successful movie that is translated into so many languages, and then they embraced those languages, and they, between that and Parasite, they did a good job of diversifying out of the United States.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I thought it was great.
Okay, and then Eminem came on stage.
Yeah.
I think 2003 he won Best Song
Yeah.
for Lose
Around
Yourself
there,
and
yeah.
didn't turn up to collect
I'm
his
trying
award.
to channel my inner Martin Scorsese, going, what the hell is going on here?
Yeah.
I mean, he
It was
did a great performance,
unnecessary.
but what was he doing there?
It was unnecessary.
Yeah.
Wasn't of the time. That day is gone.
Yeah.
You know, he wouldn't encourage you to go and see his concerts anyways, would he, with that performance?
Not really.
Or there was something wrong with the mic, or he couldn't hear himself properly, or just...
It was unnecessary. This isn't.
It was out of
2003.
step. It'd be like, I don't know. I can't even come up with an analogy. That's how bad it was.
Cats.
Unnecessary. We didn't need
I
to
loved
bring it
it.
up again.
I loved it.
Oh,
I loved
enough
that
of it.
gag because
James Corden, Rebel Wilson.
self-deprecating. As you can tell, self-deprecation is something I endorse. I thought it was good, and they were giving out the category for best CGI.
Yeah,
which
yeah,
was
yeah.
Which
brilliant.
was insulting to the CGI people.
Yeah,
apparently.
they give off about
They were
them.
very upset.
So what?
Yeah.
They didn't do a good job. If you don't do a job well, and you're going to get slagged about, they
They
didn't get
say it
fired.
doesn't matter how good a job they can do if the story was just...
Yeah, the story
Yeah,
was
but,
crap.
but the story was crap. So the writers
But
did
the
a bad
tales
job.
were worse.
The tails were bad. The digital crotch removal was bad. The CGI integration between the human actor and their feet on the ground was bad because it was a fake digital ground. It was horrendous. And it was a lesson in how not to do CGI.
Yeah.
And they got somebody, went at them. Big deal. Get over it. You got paid. Go
Yeah.
home. Do a better job. Do some more research. Say no to a job or two and do it right. Don't just go, big paycheck. Yeah,
Yeah,
do whatever
yeah.
you want. And the creative control was let run rampant. They got a bit of a slagging. Big deal. Boo-hoo.
Who do we love?
Who do we love?
Emer Noon.
Aye,
Galway's
Emer
Emer
Galway
Noon
woman.
conducting
Fair play.
at the Oscars.
You mean
Unbelievable.
You mean Amir?
Amir.
Amir Noon. Sigourney Weaver pulled
Yeah.
a John Travolta on her.
Yeah.
Ah, Jesus,
tough.
Emer. I'm so sorry.
But she didn't get half as much slag.
But Emer was brilliant. She
Oh,
looked great.
so-
Her
so
outfit,
passionate.
her
I love
outfit
the
was amazing, and she
passion.
was giving it
Yeah,
loads.
yeah.
Oh, I was
Her outfit
very
was
proud of her.
class
Oh,
as
it was
well,
brilliant.
yeah.
But her attitude and her performance was great, and her skill because the music was brilliant.
It was
Yeah.
class.
It
the
was
way it
brilliant.
was like
Yeah.
instant. They had like the perfect music for whoever was on.
And not only was it she's Irish and we're flying the flag
Yeah,
and
yeah.
good on you, but it's the first female conductor they've ever had in 92 years of the Oscars, which
Yeah.
is wrong.
Yeah.
They need to, the lads can go home and have a pint. Let the ladies in and do their work.
I
Simple
hope
as
she
that.
gets a big gig out of it because
Oh.
she's brilliant.
Brilliant, yeah.
And it's funny because there was an event on, I think it was during the Film Fla here in Galway a couple of years ago, where she was actually there speaking and she was playing scores from her movies. And all the scores I thought were amazing. It's just I didn't really know many of the movies.
Yeah.
So I think she just needs to
Yeah.
get
Hopefully
that lucky
this'll-
break
Yeah.
because she's brilliant at what she does.
Hopefully this will push her to the next level. Yeah.
Okay, let's take a rundown as quick as we can. Brad Pitt, Best Supporting Actor,
Absolutely, definitely, any day of the week.
served
Yeah.
to win second Oscar for him.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Second Oscar.
Yeah, because
Yeah.
he won for
He didn't.
producing 12
Oh.
Years a Slave.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay,
See-
I forgot about
Yeah,
that.
you see,
Yeah.
I have the notes, so I
That's
didn't get
a
it.
good question for the table quizzes there, people.
Very good.
Best Animated Feature went to Toy Story 4.
Yeah.
Frozen 2 wasn't nominated though, and I saw it
it
after
too
you
late for a
reviewed it, and I
nomination,
thought it was
maybe?
great. No, 'cause
No.
January they announced them. It was
Yeah,
out in
no,
December.
but I don't know. Look, enough with the Pixar stuff already. Give somebody else an Oscar.
Yeah.
Pixar have enough money and enough clout.
I know. I just thought.
I mean, it's a great
Frozen
movie. Don't get me
2's
wrong,
animation
but
was excellent.
for me, the peak of Toy Story is Toy Story 3. If there's a Toy Story 5, I'll only go and see it if you make me.
There is a
Okay.
Toy Story 5. It's in the works.
Man.
You serious?
No,
Yeah,
but
nearly
like,
100%.
And
Toys,
Lisa was
it's
saying,
a never-ending Toy Story.
while we were
apparently.
waiting for you, Mr. Coyne, Lisa was saying that Indiana Jones 5 is starting.
Yeah, no,
It's
production.
on the way.
that I'm on board with.
Okay.
Oh my god.
That
Right.
I'm on board with. But that's it. Don't do an Indiana Jones 6 and the, Zimmer frame of wonder.
Yeah.
We don't need it. 5 I can handle.
It's quite ageist, Dave, but okay.
But come on, he's nearly 80.
So what?
But Indiana Jones is an action hero.
Doesn't have to be. He's an actor at
No,
the end of the day.
Moving on.
Okay, go on.
Okay. Parasite then won Best Original Screenplay, beating Once Upon a Time in Hollywood, where I thought
I don't know.
dialogue and that was
Once Upon a
was
Time in
really
Hollywood is fabulous. We agreed on that.
Yeah, absolutely.
The script was brilliant. It's an original script. It's a slow burner. I personally think it's fabulous. And I don't know. Do they just have a thing against him? I don't know.
I know. I
Maybe.
did think it was maybe 20 minutes too long, and now there's talk of Quentin bringing out an extended version of it.
I will watch that.
I probably will too.
Okay.
I thought it was a fabulous film.
Jojo Rabbit, you saw that?
I
that
loved
won,
Jojo Rabbit.
Best
That was my
Adapted
other
Screenplay.
top
Yeah.
one.
Yeah.
I loved it. It was excellent.
You'd recommend it? Out of 5,
Absolutely.
Lisa?
Out of 5, Jojo Rabbit 5.
All right. Okay. Excellent.
I've gone up a notch.
Okay. Best production design, Once Upon a Time in Hollywood. I think
That was
that's a
totally
given.
well deserved.
Oh, fabulous.
And
Yeah.
then Little Women for best costume.
I
Yeah.
thought they were gorgeous.
No question.
Yeah.
No doubt about it.
American Factory won best documentary, produced by the Obamas. See, this is what you do after being president.
Yeah.
Then you go into showbiz,
Yeah.
not before it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You listening, Donny?
Learn.
Laura Dern. won an
Laura Dern, my
Oscar.
new favorite,
Yeah.
because Marriage Story was excellent.
Yes.
She was amazing in Marriage Story.
Yeah.
Like, completely against everything she's ever played.
So
Like,
do you
where's she
love
been-
Laura now?
I love her now.
Yeah,
But
okay.
where's she been? Like, I mean,
In the
between that
woods.
and Star Wars, just bang, she's back.
Oh,
Where's
but
she
she
been?
was in the show
She was
with
getting
Reese
over
Witherspoon and
some
Nicole
of it.
Kidman,
Yeah,
Big
but she's
Little
back
Lies.
on these
In particular.
two prime movies.
Yeah.
It's kind of weird. Just these, actors kind of re-emerge back to the top of the A-list.
She is going to be back as Dr. Ellie in Jurassic World, the third installment of the rebooted dinosaur franchise.
I will probably be watching that.
So yeah, remake,
Remake,
sequels,
reboot.
prequels.
Just
re-Hollywood.
never-ending rehash.
I think they
of-
should just get 2 new letters up on the hill, re-Hollywood.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah. 1917 won best cinematography. You can't
Totally
argue with
deserved.
that.
Absolute no-brainer. I mean,
Yeah.
normally these featurettes appear in my Facebook feed, and I'm like, don't wanna, and then I watch this one, and it's brilliant. Just like how they physically did it with these gimbals that handheld, and then the camera crane comes in, and they literally just gently.
Because you're
place
saying
it
there's a
on there.
making of on, is
Oh.
it on YouTube or?
It's on YouTube. It's out there.
The
find
making
it.
of a
Yeah,
1917.
and it just shows how they. Now, obviously, nerds like me and Lisa and other nerds can see. Other nerds are available. Can see where the join marks are between shot A, B.
Yeah.
I kind of counted about 6 shots.
I only did about 3.
I counted about 6
Oh.
that are where I can cut there.
Yeah.
Okay.
But the sequences, the actors were saying that it's like a play. They rehearsed, and then they had like 15, 20 minutes of performance. And if something goes wrong, you got to keep going, which is brilliant. And just no doubt about it that Roger Deakins there's a book for him
genius.
just in 1917.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Amazing.
Well, I'd say the amount of cinematographers who would love to get inside his head and all those nuggets of wisdom he has. Ford versus Ferrari, best sound edition, fair enough.
And editing. Got 2 Oscars that movie. I love that movie.
Actually, yeah, you're
That-
right.
For me, that's a 5-star movie.
Even though I think Thelma Schoonmaker should have gotten best editor for The Irishman, considering she was able to whittle it down to even 3.5 hours.
Whittle it.
How much footage
There wasn't much
did,
whittling
did I
going on
say
there.
she had to go through?
Yeah,
I'd
but
say it was probably originally
no,
7
no,
hours.
I mean, it's here's the thing. It's very like if an editor does their job well, you don't go, oh, the great editing was great.
No.
You only
that's true.
notice if the editor does a bad job.
Yeah.
However, in Ford versus Ferrari, it really, really is because it's cars and I mean, I'm a Formula One head. I watch Formula One every week when it's on, and I noticed the nuances of how it was cut together so well to give it excitement and pace, and the back and forth between the car and Carl Shelby and Matt Damon in the sidelines. So it was brilliant, really well edited. Hats off.
1917 best visual effects, best makeup and hair, Bombshell.
Yeah.
I met Charlize Theron looked different.
Oh, yeah, but she was
all right.
unrecognizable. Come on.
How was she?
She was
unrecognizable?
unrecognizable. I was literally looking at the poster kind of going, where's Charlie? Oh, there she is. I mean, it's like me. I'm unrecognizable right now.
Not really.
I thought in Monster she was really
Oh, that was
playing
amazing.
Yeah.
alien, whatever her name
Vornos.
is.
Yeah, but that's
Yeah.
stylized makeup like this. It's over the top. But to nuance somebody, to make them look normal but just unrecognizable is amazing.
Best original song, I'm Gonna Love Me Again from Rocket Man.
Yeah, it was good.
Yeah,
Forgettable,
it's
but good. It was no Frozen 2.
Yeah.
No, it wasn't. I thought
No.
Into the Unknown was better. And then Best Actor, Joaquin Phoenix.
What do you say? That's quite-
Congratulations.
Yeah, well done. Well done.
Actually,
Well-
we should have said maybe on the podcast that Dave is dressed
Dressed up as the
I don't
Joker.
know, because obviously if people are listening to this, it might make sense.
That's true. Sorry.
I should have
We've
flagged that
confused
earlier on.
everybody now.
Well, yes, I am in full makeup garb
Yeah,
here.
got the hairspray and
and I
everything.
even have green hair at the
Yeah.
moment. So if you're listening to this in your car, perhaps check us out on Facebook and have a look at us.
Yeah.
That's like, honestly, I mean, people might know this if they're listening or watching. I am actually a trained actor. I have acted in the past, and I do a little bit of acting for fun now, even though I have a real job. But, you know, having been to acting school and studied acting, his performance in that, as far as I'm concerned, is monumental and transformative, and it's the best character arc performance-wise that I can remember in a long, long time. The descent into madness, the reasons for the madness, you're empathizing with him while he's shooting people. It's an amazing performance, and he almost justifies everything that the Joker becomes and is. And I remember Lisa and I, we saw that. We came out, we were blown away, and I made this ridiculous bet to wear this, and then our lovely viewers made a poll and said he has to do it anyway, and here I am. Amazing, like amazing. What do you think?
I think it was the greatest performance of the last, I would say, 25 years, if not longer. I can't remember anything that would eclipse his performance. It was solid method acting. It was amazing. Although Daniel Day-Lewis, whatever it was, from My Left Foot, 1989, he was probably the last great that we had.
Yeah.
I don't remember anything.
Like slightly over the top personality, but you need that to be able to go to these places and do this. I mean, I'm slightly over the top myself, but you know, honestly, I thought it was amazing. And I mean, personally, honestly, I didn't like when he comes on and he's giving political speeches and telling us
I was
not
gonna
to
ask
eat
about the speech, yeah.
not to eat meat and not
Don't
to do
drink
this
milk.
and don't drink milk and don't do that. Those are personal opinions that a person can have, and my personal opinions about these things are mine. And you know, unless you're the Minister for Health for your country or a doctor, you don't need to be giving me advice about what I eat or what I don't eat or how I treat the environment. That's a personal choice. And when actors get these platforms, you know, you don't need to be doing this.
No.
Talk about acting, talk about your movie, thank everybody, and go home.
Yeah, but maybe they
you
think
know.
the fact that they've earned this platform, that they need to be putting good messages out there.
Yeah, waffle.
I know. I just thought
He
it was
probably
a little
walked.
bit-
He probably
At least
walked
it
off
wasn't
stage,
as-
had a big pint of milk and a cheeseburger.
At least it wasn't half as rambling as Renee Zellweger's
Yes.
Oh,
speech.
God.
Oh, God, what a snooze fest.
Oh my
Like,
God,
when is she going to
Renee!
stop talking?
Unbelievable. It was terrible.
I'm sad she won now because
Yeah.
her speech was so bad.
Yeah.
No offense, Renee.
Yeah.
I mean,
You were very good.
She was great in the movie, but
Mm-hmm.
God,
Then we were coming towards the end. Best director went to.
Bong Joon-ho.
Thank you. I
Well
wasn't even-
done, Gary.
Yeah, I
thanks
just
for
put a bit
bailing
of-
him out there, Lisa. He was going to struggle with that one.
I wouldn't. I even have it written here in front of me, and I was just like,
Did you write it
"No, just let Lisa
phonetically?
pronounce it for me because you'll still ruin it,
Is that
Gary.
written there?
And then it won Best Picture.
Yeah,
Which
big
is
surprise.
debatable.
Big surprise.
But look, go and check it out yourselves. It is,
Yeah,
as
you make
said
up
here,
your mind.
in the iCinema.
In fact, I'm going to see it in the iCinema ASAP.
Before we finish up, because we're just really doing an Oscar special, I did take a look at some movies that's coming up shortly.
Yeah.
Just to kind of gauge your reaction. And I think one that we're collectively excited about, which is coming out in 2 weeks' time, starring Elizabeth Moss, is The Invisible Man. This looks really
Great
good.
trailer.
Yeah.
Excellent. Elizabeth Moss is on point, like all her life. She's been around forever, but she's just been like building and building in TV.
It's like
And now
Olivia
she's-
Colman to a degree.
Yeah, solid actress. Like not selling us perfume and eating lettuce. Just a good actress
Yeah.
who can do her craft well. And she's not on the cover of every magazine selling clothes and makeup and
Yeah.
crap. I'm an actress or an actor or whatever she wants to be called, and she does a great job. And this movie looks interesting because The Invisible Man as a character has been around for as long as
90
cinema.
years.
As long
Yeah.
as cinema. And I mean, you know, everybody from Chevy Chase to Kevin Bacon has done it. And they've done their own slant on it. This looks brilliant because it's not about the invisible man.
Yeah,
It's
yeah.
about this woman who is tormented by the invisible man. It looks like a psychological thriller. Lots of stuff that you've never seen before, psychological. And from the trailer, I can infer that they were former lovers and he becomes invisible. It's not important how radioactive spider who's invisible bites him. Doesn't matter. He becomes invisible. He's a psychopath, but he's not into, you know, murdering and
world.
raping and shooting people. He just wants to play with her mind and just mess her up with this madness. And it looks brilliant.
Yeah.
I'm like, hats off.
He sells it even when he has that makeup on.
He
The
really
menacingness. Cam with Horses is coming out now, and we're going to play a short clip from that movie. It's out in cinemas 13th of March, and we'll have a quick chat about it.
I'm told I was a violent child. I can hurt people. Most people know to stay on the right side of the Devers family. I'm what you meet if you ever find yourself on the wrong side. People say they're trouble, the Devers.
I didn't get the joke, lads.
But I say all families have their problems.
I don't want him to be around you because of the things that you do.
Wise up, Arm.
Wise up.
Yeah, wise up.
You were never like this before, you know that? Before them Devers got their hands on you.
There you go. That is Cam with Horses. It's a feature film debut from director Nick Rowland. But what's interesting about it is this has gotten funding from the RAP Fund. It's all about promoting filmmaking in the west of Ireland. So it's coming out from Element Pictures, and I think Altitude are involved in it, Film 4, Screen Ireland, 13th of March. So it'll be interesting reviewing that as well.
Yeah, absolutely. Looking forward to it.
Trolls World Tour, 20th of March, going to be bigger than Bond, apparently. Quiet Place, 2 out the same day. This looks good, and the first one was brilliant.
Yeah.
We're interested about Radioactive as well.
It looks good.
Yeah, brilliant.
That's
Yeah.
with
Have a-
Rosamund
some
Pike.
sort of a-
Rosamund Pike.
Rosamund Punk, I said.
Rosamund Pike.
Gary, you have to
She's
put
another
elocution
Bond
in it.
Well,
alum.
hold on, I'm here for the last
Can we
5
get a
hours
voice coach in
setting
here,
up.
please?
Anyways, we've to wrap up. Listen, Joker, thanks a million for
Thanks, Joker.
being a good sport and taking part in the show.
My pleasure.
Yeah, look how coordinated he is.
And Lisa Tracy, thank you.
Thanks
You
for
look fab.
having me.
My wife loves your jumper.
Why, I appreciate that.
Yeah. And Gary, you look fab too. Thanks to Gráinne Coughlan for doing the makeup. Thanks to Damien for being our videographer and for helping us produce the show. Don't forget to follow us on Spotify, iTunes, the whole works, and follow us on social media as well. We'll talk to you again shortly from the iCinema.
Bye-bye.